I think you can like it.
Oh, I can have my apple.
Those are organic, by the way.
All right, we're gonna give a couple more minutes.
Organic. That's not working. I think I didn't get the organic. They look bad. They were all beat up and stuff, but those are organic.
Thank you.
I don't understand. Okay, well, I just started putting stuff in. That's all we can know. When we still were thinking this white and shit.
Oof.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I'm thinking white. I'm gonna get my countertop to Habitat for Humanity.
We did not get your air fryer when we was at the house. We didn't get your air fryer. You get it today?
What is it? Color? Just go ahead and give it to him. Y'all still on the word color? Okay. Just give it to him. Okay. Oh.
All right, guys, how you doing? We're going to go ahead and get started in the interest of time here. I am recording this particular session, okay? So I just want to go ahead and say that. So this is actually a part 2 training. Okay, this is a follow-up training that you guys did last week with Nick and Chauncey about 2020 planning. I was planning to do that, then they did it already. So we're going to talk about today, how do you operationalize that, okay? How do you actually you already have your plan put together. What are the things you can do right now that can help you get up to selling 24 houses a year? Okay. Now, before we do that real quick, I know we got some new folks who are on here. I know a couple of you guys invited some folks on, so let me just do a brief introduction. How you guys doing? I am Sascha Chatman, Chatman Realty Group. I also go by the Real Estate Tech Ninja. Yes, guys, that is new. I've been saying Tech Jedi for the longest, but I am launching my new YouTube brand, the Real Estate Tech Ninja, to help with coaching and mentoring, et cetera, et cetera. All right, cheap plug. So this is the Money Badger Network. Okay, so we are all EXP agents here. Some of you guys are not agents who have jumped on. I've actually been messaged by quite a few people who are, I'm trying to get the waiting room going here, just interested in getting into real estate. So every week we do this type of training and we're trying to help each other grow. So for today's training, guys, I really want this to be interactive. All right, I don't want to just be up here just talking and talking, because you know I can do that. Password. Hold up. Let me see. I'm on Chauncey's stuff, so I don't know her password. So give me a second.
I just posted it.
Oh, thank you. Whoever said that. All right, look in the chat box for that. Sorry, I don't know it. All right, here we go. All right, so real quick, before we get started, we need to talk about, we had the contest, okay? So we've had the prospecting contest. Let me check Chauncey's text right now. And the winner of the contest, who had the highest points and is winning the $250, is Miss Bird, Haley Bird. You on today? Well, I'm sorry, Haley, if you're not here, we got to go to the second winner for $250. So, okay. But Haley won. She did a lot of great prospecting. I wish she was here to talk about what exactly that she did. I don't see her in the group right now. Let me see if she's texting me. Oh, okay, I don't see her. But let me ask you this, before I jump into training, how did you guys do with the prospecting? Did that light a fire under your butt to go find some new things to do? Anybody, don't be shy.
It gave a lot of good ideas of how to prospect, I think, especially with me being new and not really knowing which way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked up some good nuggets from you guys myself, actually. Email, what were you about to say? Okay, I don't think you were saying anything. All right.
For me, it was really good to see the challenge going on my Facebook timeline and seeing you guys put in the work. Because then when I'm logging into Facebook and scrolling, I'm like, wait, agents are out here working. What am I doing? So I think for me, it was just kind of like a good accountability thing and giving me ideas of how people are just really incorporating it into their business, even incorporating prospecting in their business, even with COVID going on, and just incorporating it to their life. So it was good for me to see it on my timeline.
It is, I feel like for me, I need to have somebody to chase down. I really, really do. And if I don't have that, I thrive off of competition. Chauncey jokes with me about it all the time because I'm always trying to compete with somebody, and because of that, I'm a social media stalker. I look at you guys' Facebook, see what this person's doing. I look what Nick is doing, look what Chauncey's doing. And it really helps me figure out how to polish my game and how to get better. All right. So we got one more question. Did someone else have something else to say? All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, just making sure.
Yes.
So real quick. All right, so real quick, I know you guys probably like, what the heck is this Tech Ninja thing or whatever? So let me just sidebar real quick. I have been, my YouTube channel has been very confusing. I do a lot of things to try to help agents. You guys know that. I put information out there about agent attraction. I put information out there about using technology and improving your processes. At the same time, I was putting information out there about buying and selling a house. And it was hella confusing to my YouTube audience. To that end, I just launched, or I'm launching, if you will, the real estate.
Maybe he's not done with the flowers on the table.
Huh?
No, don't touch them.
Hey, could everybody put yourself on mute real quick? All right, please, go ahead and put yourself on mute, please. So anyway, to that end, this is what the Real Estate Tech Ninja is going to be about. I'll put the link down there. You guys can jump on there and subscribe to that channel. You guys are the first to know. I will be announcing that more this week. All right. Okay. So let's talk about today's training. We got two objectives. I'm going to keep this really simple. And I want us to talk about the things that we want to operationalize your strategy and how do you actually do it. I see agents fail from two perspectives. One, trying to do too much and trying to do stuff that just doesn't make any sense and really getting off of what their strategy is. Okay. So two things only we're trying to get covered today is one, how to operationalize your strategy, your strategic plan, and two, actual numbers to hold yourself accountable. All right. Let's jump right into that. Number one, real quick, I want you guys to check this out on the screen. if your goal is to sell 24 homes a year, that's 2 homes per month. How many deals do you really think you need to have under contract? I want you guys just throw out some numbers to me. What do you guys think you need to have in terms of how many deals do you think you really need to have under contract to complete 2 deals a month?
10.
4.
I heard 10, I heard 4. Any more
5.
numbers? 5. Okay, those are some good numbers. 10 is aggressive. Now, I believe that you need to have 4 deals. Who said 4? I'm not sure who said that.
Chartice.
Chart, okay. It's a
Yeah.
great number. Let me tell you guys why. With the market being the way it is, okay, we are seeing deals starting to fall out all over the place, okay? I alone have lost $70,000 this year in real estate deals that just fell apart. Just fell apart. It was nothing that I did wrong. People lost their jobs. Sometimes one of my sellers just wouldn't fix stuff and the houses became unsellable. I've had another in which, someone was smoking weed up in the house and I couldn't sell it because they wouldn't stop chiefing. Stuff happens. I kid you not. Stuff happens. And my point that I'm trying to bring to you guys is this. When that stuff happens, your deals fall out and you gotta be ready for that. So you need to have a couple deals under contract, right? And then we start talking about the number of buyers that you have shopping and then the number of listings that you have live, right? So if you follow the pyramid and we're talking about the number of homes that you want to have sold, two homes a month, you got to have so many homes under contract. You got to have so many buyers shopping and so many live. Buyers will get tired. If you're shopping your buyer forever and a day, they will stop shopping. Who here has had that issue? I'm curious. Let me put you guys back to where I can see you real quick. Who's had that issue where your buyer got sick and tired of shopping and they quit and they gave up on their dream? Anybody?
One of my clients are getting fatigued. He hasn't quit, but he's just super picky. So we've seen a ton of homes, but it's just been like, I think he's starting to get to that fatigue level.
When you say super picky, tell us a bit more, William. What is he picky about? Let's see if we can help William out.
So he wants a waterfront lot, but in Florida, to have a new construction on waterfront, it's really going to be hard to get that under 900,000, and his peak budget is like 8. So we're looking at stuff, but then it's like when they plug in all the costs of like what's it going to be to build, upgrades, and the lot itself, it's just like not working out. He's kind of getting fatigued. We've gone through most of the builders, but that's kind of the problem we're running into now.
So to help him find a home that you're describing, how much would his budget need to be?
His budget would need to be upwards of 9 or a little bit higher than what it's at now. I've seen a few for like 850, 860, but he's not willing to go that high.
Okay. So William's dealing with a buyer who is not being realistic about what he can get. Okay. Now, William, sounds like you've already exhausted all the homes that he could potentially get, that what he wants is not attainable, correct?
Correct.
What have you shown him other viable alternatives that he can get?
I have, but it's one of those situations where he plans to like retire and then move into this home, and he's already in a position where his current home he's in is already really nice. So it's really one of those things where it's like, he's pre-approved and all that stuff. But it has to be something that he's in love with.
Could he potentially get the home by dropping more money for his down payment? Since he's close, this is a retirement home, I'm assuming the guy has some money.
I haven't really thought of that option. I guess
Yeah.
something.
So let me just say this, guys, and I want to solutionize with it. I want to come up with solutions today with you guys. So in William's case here, he has a guy who's trying to shop completely out of his range. That's not making any sense. But here's the deal. We have to know how to craft and put these deals together. So if he has money, and this is a retirement home, that means he has money in retirement he can probably borrow and take the money out of. Okay, number one. Waiting room. That also means that he might be able to get the money out of his 401k. He may have money in stocks he can liquidate. We need to throw out the solutions so their dream stays alive. Okay. we have to be creative in our thinking. So William, I would urge you to have this conversation with his lender about what's the guy finances look like. Could he borrow the money? Because there's nothing wrong with getting what you want if you borrow money from yourself. I bought my first home by taking money out of my 401k. Okay, so that's an opportunity. Is anyone else dealing with an issue similar to what William's talking about as well?
Hey, Sasha, I'm not, but I just wanted to ask because obviously he just said that they're going to different builders. So what does it look like if he were to go like directly to a contractor? Something that we can help out with, or
Well,
no?
the big issue kind of is really like what the lots are going for. Even with straight with the builder, the lot itself was like 375. And then even when I did try to go that route where I just independently searched the lot and put the builder together.
Yeah.
The lots in his area, he's looking in the Winter Garden area, and that's like super expensive area. It's just like they're just so expensive for the lots themselves. That's kind of because the houses he can afford, but it's just like the specific lots he wants is what's kind of killing the price range.
Yeah, once that waterfront property.
Yeah.
Right on.
I mean, William, brother, you got a tough one. You got a tough one there, but you got to get him to exhaust all options. Check out the money option, see if that's a possibility. And if you're just looking at your regular builders around there, you might have to look and find a custom builder, but usually they can be a little bit more expensive. Maybe he gets a smaller lot, something for that nature.
Thank you.
All right, I'll give you guys a quick story for me. I have a buyer right now who has to learn a lesson, okay? And what I mean by that is my buyer needs to learn, they have to learn how to lose, because they continue to go really low on their offers and they're getting very frustrated and they're looking to me. And they're saying, Sasha, why don't we get us? Okay, listen, this is just not the market. I'm showing you the CMAs, and I had that real hardcore talk with my buyer and said, if you really truly want to buy a home, okay, then you have to make an offer that's going to be reasonable and that's going to work, because the home values are only going up here in DFW. And I'm not sure about everyone's market, but that's what's happening here. So truly, the longer you wait, the longer is the more expensive it's going to be. And I think I finally got her in the right mindset, because this person was going $10,000, $15,000 on the market, and we finally put an offer in last night at list price. Now, obviously, I would want her to go over list price because where the home is located, but I made the best offer I could make. I set her up for success, and we went down that path. Okay. All right. Back to the presentation. Okay. So real quick, let's talk about what you actually need to do. All right. I am of the mindset, I said 3 to 4 deals under contract, because you can lose one. If you're losing 2 deals, and you got 4 deals under contract, lose 2, that 50% can be pretty darn high. But when we go to the numbers, you got to at least try to get 3 deals under contract at a time. So for me, in my mind, I'm looking at that I need to be shopping 5 pre-approved buyers at a time and have at least 1 active listing if I want to reach those type of numbers. Let's talk about it. Let's pause right there. Okay, 5 pre-approved buyers at a time in 1 active listing. I know some of you guys are shopping buyers who are not pre-approved, and I'm not saying that that's a terrible thing. I try not to make that practice. I will meet a buyer that I do not know a couple of times to show them homes, so I can get to trust and understand them, but that's it. Twice. Okay, and on those 2 times, we go in and go see 2, no more than 3 homes. But I need you to take that next step, Mr. Buyer, if you're serious. And what I basically tell them is this, guys, you know, what's going to happen in this market, because you already see that these homes are going so super fast. Okay, well, if you walk into the house and you fall in love and you love it, and now we got to wait for someone to get you pre-approved and you lose that home, how are you going to feel about that? Are you going to be happy? What are you going to say? So that particular script, that's not really a script, but that's just what I say. I guess you would say it is a script. That right there hits home, because they really want the house and you've got to push to get them there. Okay. So tell me, guys, have you been having any trouble whatsoever? I want to make sure we're staying very operational here in getting your people to go for the pre-approval, because that's a telltale sign if that buyer is going to waste your time or not. I see some heads shaking. Yes, yes. Tell me, someone give me a story or let me know what issue you're having getting your buyer to go to the next level to get the pre-approval and how you're overcoming it, or if you're not.
For me, Sascha, I'm not overcoming it. Maybe I'm not doing like a warm handoff with the lender. Maybe that's something that I should start doing, because for me, I feel like I let them know, I give them my lenders, I give them the websites. But when it comes to those two people connecting, that's what's not happening for me. So maybe I need to either like dive deep just to like, maybe they're not ready to get pre-approved, or they're like financially, but regardless, I feel like they need to go to a lender to know whether or not, you know, where they stand. And that's what I do put emphasis on. So yeah, what would you recommend? Like, if you think that I should maybe do like an email introduction, connect, like that way they're in contact that way, or setting up like a phone interview. I guess for me, I don't know how big of a part I need to play in the relationship between the lender and my buyer.
That's a great question. I'm going to take it. Anyone want to answer that question for her?
Just with my experience, I kind of tell them my lender's going to reach out to them. It's like when I do like Amina was big on telling us to qualify people. So I do like kind of my qualification, and if it all sounds good, I'll be like, well, hey, let me have my lender reach out to you. And then he's aggressive with his follow-up. So I kind of just tell them, not really like ask. I don't really get an infection from that. That's what I found that's been working recently for me.
Cool.
Yep.
I mean, I guess I'm fortunate because both of my lenders have apps, and so when my buyers are going through the process, I can see every time they upload a document or every time they've completed the process. And so when I first started out, I got the same problem. Like, I would go show people houses and, oh, we're getting pre-approved, and then I realized it was wasting my time. And then now I can go into the app. Like yesterday, I had somebody want to see a house, and they still haven't finished their loan application. And I pretty much just told them, look, you know, in this market, you're going to have a pre-approval letter in hand before you can even go see the house, because it's going to go that fast. You know, and I'm not going to waste my Sunday to drive out and show a house to somebody that's not willing to put the effort into at least try to see if they get approved. That means they're just kicking tires.
Right,
Yeah.
right. The biggest thing that I hear a buyer tell me is like, when I see something I like, then I'll decide I want to do something. And I'm like, guys, that's not how this thing works. You're going to see something you like in this market, it's going to be gone. So to answer your question though, Monique, what I would say is this: when I first get a buyer and I make that connection with them, let's say I get a Zillow lead or a Realtor.com lead, I immediately go see them. Okay, so I'm gonna say something controversial with that some agents don't believe in. I know a lot of agents who get on Zillow, Realtor, Bow Leads, whatever, okay, and a buyer says, I want to go see a home, and they won't show them. I think that's the craziest thing ever. All right. Who, you know, they won't show you that. Think of this concept. Would you just buy shoes offline? I know some people do that. I'm not that guy. I want to go see the shoes I want to buy, make sure they're comfortable on my feet, because if I got older, I'm more flat foot, right?
Sorry,
So,
Amina said, can you let her in? Sorry.
oh, sorry. Thank you. We actually got quite a few people. Yeah, hey, y'all remind me to let people in every so often, because there's a lot of people joining on this topic. We got 66 people on here. I do apologize for just now letting you guys in. But my whole point is this: you know, our product is houses. That's what they want to see. They can see them online, yes. Okay, so I immediately will go show them 1 or 2 houses. Now, the reason why I'm not tripping off that, because it's usually in my area, like maybe less than a mile or 2 away. I'm good, and I work very, very mobile. Number one, but what are you giving them when you meet them? Okay, I have a little postcard that talks about the entire buying process, and I have a QR code on it. When they scan it, boom, a video of me comes up telling them why the pre-approval process is so important. So Monique, one way of getting around this, and for everyone, you get around this because you handle these objections before they come up. If you're not putting out content, guys, that is handling the objections before they come up, yeah, you're gonna keep getting that. Okay, So that is going to continue to be a problem for anyone. All right. Oh, we got a couple more people that in. Hold up. So that is one of the things that we do. Rashida, I know you're on the line. Can you hear me, Rashida?
Yeah, I just got on.
Can you tell everybody how we kind of handle this as Chatman Realty Group when it comes to these Zillow leads that we get? Like immediately how we jump on that quickly?
Well, as soon as I basically get a Zillow lead, I reach out to them immediately, no matter if I'm at the mall, at the store, whatever, because my goal is just to basically get their attention, because if it's not me, they're going to jump into another agent that's on there. Then when I get contacted or make a connection with them, I try to fill in the gray areas. How long have they been searching? Have they been pre-qualified? And I really don't care if they've been pre-qualified or not. I'm wanting to meet them somewhere, so that way I can give them my buyer presentation and then pull them under my wing. So that's basically how I work.
So I'm gonna give you guys our process real quick. Okay, I'm just tell you guys kind of what it is that we do. Right. First things first, we call them at least 10 times before we get ready to give up on them. Okay. We're calling them 10 times within 7 days. We're going to call again and again and again and again. Okay. Over and over again. Hold on. Let me show you guys this here real quick. It'll give you a brief thing here. Can you guys see my screen?
No.
Okay, so this is like our process. Take a picture of it, I don't care, okay? So when a lead comes in, right, we immediately send them, we call them and send them a video text, immediately, okay? And what are we saying? Something very, very simple. Hi Rashida, this is Sascha Chatman here, and I see that you like this house at 123 Main Street. I'm not sure if you wanna go see the home. If you do, I can show you this home at X time. Okay, let me know if that works for you. However, if you just have questions and are curious about the home buying process, we can help you out. Please let us know. And then we'll text on my website or something like that. We immediately create a search for them. Now we do it based off our website. So for you guys, you need to do this based off your website in KV Core. If you don't know that skill, how to do this in KV Core, it is something that you need to learn, okay? Because everyone is seeing off the MLS, and frankly, the MLS is ugly. It's ugly. It's not good in any way whatsoever. So that is something that we do immediately, and we call 10 times before we say, okay. Then we start just put them on a drip campaign and put them on the lease on a text saying, hey, we've been trying to reach you for a couple of times here. We really want to help you out because the market is low, something to that nature. Let us know when you're ready. That's what we're doing. Okay. Any questions about that? Do you guys see that they can be effective? Let me just say this before I keep going. I know a lot of people who quit on a lead quickly. We had agents on our team at one point who were just like, oh, I'm not calling this person, not calling this person. And then when those agents left the team, I would go back through their database, call them, and someone said, oh, the leads are trash and not working out. But then I go figure out how to get 5 more deals off someone's leads they've had for a month and just didn't work it, right? If your lead is constantly getting on your site or constantly getting on your MLS and looking at homes, they are interested. But here's the deal, guys. They're busy. We work all over the place. They work 9 to 5s. Plus they come home, take care of their kids and do all these other things, et cetera, et cetera. They're not ready to get on the phone. Usually it's about 7 o'clock. The best time for me to reach my leads is between 6:30 and 9. Okay? Or I try to catch them around lunchtime, right? The problem is I'm out showing. So when I'm out showing, I have a list of leads. I'm saying I need to call these 20 people between houses. If I'm driving to the house, boom, they're in my ear. I'm making that call. And then when I stop, I put my notes in my phone real quick, and then I'm gone. Okay? All right, real quick. Let's keep going here. Okay, are y'all seeing me? Are y'all seeing my screen or are y'all seeing me?
I'm seeing you.
But we did see your screen previously.
Screen sharing thing is messed up on me. Okay. What about now?
No.
No.
She need an Obama charger. She doesn't even have an Obama phone. She gave her a face.
Oh, okay. Screen sharing is not working all of a sudden here. Hold up. Give me 1 second, guys. Shara, where you at?
I'm here. I'm in another conference at work. Where I can't see your screen.
I know nobody can. It is being funky. It's being weird.
So at the top, when you clicked on share content,
It's not giving me the option anymore. I'm not sure why it disappeared.
You can do a Command Shift S, I think, for screen share too.
Control Shift S.
I have a Mac, so it's Command on mine. Command Shift S.
There we go. All right. Man, I'm not sure what that was about. Zoom has been tripping lately with the new update. Okay. So real quick, let's keep going with the numbers. All right.
I think Amina's phone died and she's trying to get back in, I think.
Is she? Okay, I'll try to let Nina back in. Hold up.
I'm here now.
You in? Okay. So real quick, guys. So if we're talking about getting this many deals, how many you need to call 25 people per day? 25. Well, let me change that. You need to make contact with 25 people per day. Not call, because you need to have a meaningful real estate conversation. We track that at Chatman Realty. How many calls are we making per day? How many contacts are we making per day? I've told you guys my numbers. I need to call at least 50 to 55 people per day so I can have 38 meaningful real estate conversations per day. Okay? So I know when you guys see that number, you're probably looking at me and saying, well, Sasha, that's a big number. How do I and where do I find 25 people to call per day? Is that what you guys thinking? I'm curious. I see some heads nodding. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Say that again.
I said, I'm not. I know how to do it.
Well, yeah, I'm drowning you in leads, literally. Rashida probably works somewhere between 60 leads a month, give or take.
Yeah.
All right. So number one, real quick, let's jump right into this. Okay. Let's talk about canvassing an area. Okay. So there's a lot of you guys on here who are part-time. People in the waiting room. All right. That's some more people coming in. There's a lot of you guys who are part-time. Okay. So you cannot work all over the map. So let me just say this, first things first, anyone can buy leads. Anyone can buy leads. You can work with your lenders. You guys can go together and you can buy leads. Okay. So I'm going to go again. I know I sound like a broken record, but open houses is free 99. If you get really good at it, you can get a lot of people coming. What I do not do is do open houses all over the Metroplex. I think that's a foolish strategy. I'm not doing it. When I was a new agent, people tried to get me to do open houses all over the place, and I was hungry and I wanted to do that. But what I have learned is every area needs open houses. So I find a neighborhood or two that has a high number of sales per month, okay? A high number of sales per month in the price range that I want to be in, okay? So you want to work with first-time home buyers? Go find your neighborhood that's selling homes at $225,000 or less, and is constantly churning out homes. I guarantee you, you will find agents, non-EXP agents, EXP agents, who are willing to let you do an open house. And I used to do 4 per weekend, okay? But I'm gonna let you guys off the hook and say do 3 per weekend. Go hard and do 4 if you want, okay? Put your signs up all over the place. Go through the open house strategy that we have been through before. Do it again and again and again And again, it is free 99 marketing. And if you turn these leads, just farm these guys over and over and over again. Number 2, I send out postcards. Hold up. More people coming in. All right.
Oh, man.
All right. Number 2, I send out postcards in that neighborhood. Okay. Postcards that is giving out information about the neighborhood, a home I just potentially sold, a new listing coming out, just information about what's going on in the neighborhood. And I talk directly to the sellers just like this. I have 2 QR codes. Hey, scan here if you're thinking about selling your house and you're just curious. Scan here if you want to buy your first home. And they see, it takes them right to BombBomb. I've showed you guys this before. I will give you guys a quick example of one. This is my just sold postcard I sent out over in the neighborhood of my area. Okay. This one in particular, I've already gotten 3 sellers reach out to me. It went out this past weekend. And I saw on my BombBomb how many people watched the video, how many people saw it, and then I got 3 calls from it. Then I got 2 buyers who reached back out to me saying, hey, I remember you was the guy at the open house, right? Here's the deal. They're going to get ready to buy at some point. Or sell. I need to be in front of them. One open house is not enough. Now, if you throw a bomb open house and all these people are coming forth, you've got to do some type of follow-up. Sure, you need to call and text them and put them on a drip campaign. Add them to your database and keep doing that. But if you're going to farm that area, you just got to do it hard. And then I would say door knock the area. Okay? I have done that. In which I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna go up and down this way here. But I'm not knocking on every door. I'm not. I'm only knocking on the doors that make sense. I've showed you guys before how to do this through in the MLS and find homes that are, let me keep it up here real quick. I've showed you guys how to find homes in which are going to be selling quickly, right? You guys remember that? All right, let me pull it up for you real quick.
Sasha, this is Shar. I have a quick question. So who did your printing for your postcards?
Who do I use?
Yeah.
I have gosh, they just changed their name. I will put that in the Money Badger Network. I can't think of their names right now. It was a print shop around the corner in my area, but they just changed their name and they took their business out of the shop and do it from home, and they're cheap. And one thing I do want to say about the postcards before I get off that real quick is, guys, these are EDDM postcards, okay? Everyday direct mail. So for me, I sent these postcards out to 4 different listings that I sold, and I sent it out to 4 different neighborhoods. And so I just literally hit up 4,000 homes, and I did that. It cost me $1,000. I split that cost with my title company because I put them on the back of the postcard, right? Mm-hmm. So $500. And I've already had a number of people call me. It was Minute Man Press was the people that I was using at the time. I'm sorry. I couldn't remember who it was. Minute Man Press.
Thank you.
Yep. So I will get you guys the contact information of who they are now. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But before we get off the Zoom here, I'll look at my email and I'll put it in the chat box, okay? All right, so real quick, sidebar. I'm in the MLS, okay? And I want to find oh man, they took it away. Let's shut the front door. Okay. Well, we used to have a way of pulling out people who actually were looking to sell their home in the MLS. I'm sorry, guys. I just realized they have taken this feature away in the MLS. Wow. Okay. So I'm not going to go through that one. I do apologize for that, but it was literally here last week. And now it is gone.
How do you?
Let me just make sure I'm not. No, it's gone. Remind. There it is. I'm sorry. I'm blind. Remind. Thanks. Who said remind? Okay. So I'm not going to go through a train and Remind because I'm going to get off topic if I do that. But what I would say is this: you need to learn Remind. It is free in the MLS. Okay, so it is free 99. And what you can do real quick here, you have the ability to go through here and choose the area that you want to be in. So for example, I got one right here, right? And you can see why I have used these filters to decide I want one with a high sales score, equity between $20,000 and $300,000, and all these different things. And when I do that, it will give me results in a list. So if I'm going through a particular neighborhood that I'm canvassing, guys, it gives me all these neighborhoods right here saying that these guys' homes are not on the market. They have so much equity. These are the people that you door knock. Okay. I will do a much deeper dive on the Real Estate Tech Jedi on my Facebook page. I'll do an entire video to kind of walk through how you use Remind, because it's a tool that's free 99 and it's a tool that is awesome. And so why go knock on, you know, every single door in the neighborhood versus just going to knock on the right door? Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes.
I had to find a company that in Georgia. You know, Melinda, I don't know if you got, I mean, I only know Texas, what we have here. So that's why I would say, so real quick, go through the questions. How do I get a QR code? I do my QR codes through Canva. Okay. Canva lets me do unlimited free QR codes. Now I have Canva Pro or the paid version of it, whatever that is, but it allows me to do that. You can also do QR code reader. There are a number of free 99 ways to get a QR code. But as a realtor, I would say if there's one subscription I'm going to pay for, that's going to be Canva. Canva's like, what, guys, $120 a year, something like that. And it's probably one of the best tools in real estate you can use. I know Mina uses Canva very heavily. All right. Last but not least, two more things. Okay. A detailed targeted Facebook ad. Okay. Why I try to do a Facebook ad everywhere? Okay. Just do simple, detailed Facebook ads for like $5. That's it. Just $5 and that's it. So very simple Facebook ads for $5 a day will help you pick up leads through Facebook. Single property, just put one picture up in the ad, and just not your generic, hey, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath home, you know, get something a little more provocative, push the envelope a little bit. I would tell you guys, Colton and Chauncey are really good with their Facebook ad language. It makes people connect and relate to them, and they 110% get a lot more leads from that perspective. I've noticed that from other agents. Okay. 2, expires and FSBOs. Okay, so where do you get your FSBOs? Let's talk about that. Go to Zillow. Look up an area in Zillow that you want to go canvas and just look up the FSBOs in that area and hit them up again and again and again. Same thing with expired listings. Create you an expired listing, an alert on your MLS to find expired listings. Okay, so for example, if I'm in the MLS, real quick, if it only does this when I'm doing class, I tell you that. So if I'm in the MLS real quick, I don't want anything but expired listings, right? And I'm going to look at expires in the last 90 days. And I'm just going to do my zip code here. I'm going to do the 76131. And there's 12 of them in there right now. Okay. And so now I have this result. And what I can do is go to save. And I can now create a speed bar shortcut or a new save search so that I can come back to it every single time. And so I just treat this exactly as we treat it. If I want to go knock on these doors right now and just do a drive time schedule, and I'll say, okay, for today, I'm going to give me my expired packet and I'm going to go door knock these homes right now. Okay. Now, if I'm door knocking, what am I leaving? Does anybody else door knock expired listings? Anybody? No one's ever door knocked and expired. I'm surprised by that.
I did.
I'm about to say, McKenna, I know you've door knocked and expired. I know you have.
I door knocked, one expired, and I've been following up for like 4 months because she's so fickle about whether or not she wants to buy. I actually sent her an updated CMA because I got her email. So I went and dropped off a packet at her house. And
What
I thought
exactly
she'd
were you
be
leaving
freaked
in
out,
your
but she was
packet?
impressed. What did I put in my packet? I essentially
Mm-hmm.
put every single thing that I would in a listing. And then I basically highlighted like where her real estate agent went wrong. But like not in a very accusatory way because you don't want to get like
Right. You don't know the
people pissed
relationship.
at you.
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody
So,
else door
and then
knocking
once
expires? I'm sorry. Keep going, McKenna. My bad. Keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I was just saying, so basically, like, once you establish that relationship with them, then I just put them into my CRM, and then I update, like, once a month, and I send a quick CMA, and then I highlight what's happened in her neighborhood. So, for instance, she had a house that was a little bit newer than hers, but the same square footage, the same exact layout, went for $325. It went 102.5% over list within, like, 5 days. So I let her know, hey, you tried selling your house 3 years ago for $270, and now we have this comp. Like, let's do something with it.
That's excellent. That is excellent. I'm surprised no one else is door knocking expires. Let me say this. I hear people talking about, I don't like prospecting calling expires. Don't. Go door knock them. Door knock them. Be that bold agent that comes up and says, listen, I know your house didn't sell, and then leave something with them and talk to them and see if most people will not, they're not going to hang up on you. I mean, they'll hang up on you in a heartbeat. But if you're right there in front of them, say, look, this is what I do. You have a house you tried to sell. I sell houses. Can we chat for like 2 minutes? I don't want to come in. I just want to see if you're still interested in selling your home. Let them tell you their story. Let them go ahead and divulge all their pain and all the anger they have or whatever happened or whatever it is, and then follow up again and again. Just like McKenna just shared. She shared good news with them. Okay. She went back and shared some good news with them that was going to be very helpful to help them get to what they were looking for. Okay. So door knocking expires works, guys. I mean, it works so well. And I do it all the time. Okay. You just pick them up. Right. But this is a good way of finding real easy, simple leads. They're sitting right there in the MLS. You don't have to know their name. You can just do that. And then I would send the most inconspicuous follow-up. I will send a big manila folder, right, with a giant QR code on it. Nothing else. Nothing else. What are people going to do? Oh, no, I'm sorry. The QR code is, and it says, from Sascha Chatman, your local realtor, at the bottom. They get it. They scan it. Boom. And it's a QR code of me talking to them, directly to them. And this is what I typically say, like, listen, I would have came, but I've come by a couple of times. I wasn't able to reach you, John, but I just wanted to let you know I am still here to help you. So if I can't talk to you on the phone, I'm going to put myself to you face to face. You see how dedicated I am to building a relationship with you, and you see how dedicated I am to my craft of selling houses. Look me up. I sell houses. This is what I do. Top dollar. My team is excellent. We can help you. Here's a backup when you have a chance, John. Simple. Something like that.
Hey, brother, do you find that QR codes are easier than like just putting your cell phone number?
I mean, my number goes on everything. Who was it? Was that David?
Yo.
Yeah, my number goes on everything, man. Honestly, I put my number on everything. But the QR code thing has, how do I say this? I'm not going to be politically correct. COVID has given us a huge reemergence of QR codes now. Okay, QR codes were a big thing, then they fell out, but now since no one wants to touch anything, QR codes are back and they're hot right now. So I say ride this trend out. But think about it. If you can't go door knock or you can't be anywhere, you can still put yourself in front of them with a QR code that goes to a video, right? And you're talking directly to them. So I am QR coding pretty much everything as much as I possibly can. It takes me all of 2 minutes to record a video, grab a link, put on a QR code, put on my marketing material, let my marketing person take care of that, and it's done. So think about it. I sent out to one neighborhood of 500 homes. There's a QR code of me saying, hey, neighbors, I just sold this house. I can do the same thing for you, blah, 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 blah. Okay? If 5 people call me based off that, it's a hell of an investment, right? Did that answer the question, David?
It did, man. And what are you using to link your QR code that goes to BombBomb to a video? Is it BombBomb that provides that?
I use BombBomb, but let me say this. Let me give you guys a free 99 tip. Write this down. If you don't have BombBomb, you all got YouTube, don't you? Everyone has YouTube. So you can just as simple, like this is my YouTube channel I'm working on right now. Let me see here. Give me a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. So do you send them to a QR code to your video on BombBomb? You don't text them an actual video like from your phone or anything?
If I have the phone number, I will text them, yes. If I have their phone numbers, yes, absolutely. Okay. I believe in video texting, but you know, the new update with Apple's been trash, so it's been kind of suspect right now. But let me just show you guys this. This is my Tech Jedi channel, so I'm moving all my content over. The point I'm showing you is this. All these videos here are unlisted. If I make them live, they're listed. But what I can do is I can make it private, and then that way, the only person who gets that is going to be the people who can watch it, who has the link. You see what I'm saying? So now I record a video, is not live on YouTube, if you will, but I've shared that particular link to the QR code in Canva. Let me just do this. I'm a sidebar 1 second here. I'm gonna show you guys how to do a QR code real quick in Canva, okay? How about that? We'll just do a logo size. It doesn't matter the size of it really. So we're gonna do it the size here, okay? It comes up, you gotta find it under more, and then we go to QR code. So let's just grab that same video I was saying on YouTube here. We'll make it private. We'll get a shareable link. I got it copied. I go back to Canva. I clicked on QR code here. Click on that, generate code. Now I have my QR code. That's it. It's really just that simple. The only thing that I would do differently here, guys, is I may make it pretty. I'll make this background red with my branding, and I'll put some text up here. Please watch this video, you know.
Sascha, I missed how you get this out to buyers. I missed what you were saying, how you send this to people.
I have various ways of doing it. I put it on postcards. I mean, literally, I'm sitting right here, I'm looking at my printer. I will legitimately just print this gigantic QR code and then just mail it out to somebody. However, just be creative, guys. I got QR codes on the back of my postcards, on my business cards, on letters that I send out. If I'm going to send a letter out to expired listings or to FSBOs, why not put a QR code on it? I'm telling you right now, the QR code itself is worth $120 for Canva, the paid version of Canva.
Now, you talked about QR codes in the past and how you can go in and switch the URL. Can you do that in Canva?
Yeah, I just did it now. So let's say we get another one, okay? We got another one. We want to put a QR code here. Let's say I want to get it off of my website. I can type. I grab the link there. All I'm doing, guys, is I'm on this one right here. Take that out, generate the code. Now I got a new QR code. It's really just that simple when it comes to creating QR codes in Canva. It takes, what does it take, 5 seconds? And you're done. All right. So
I'm going to be the least like millennial ever. If I wanted to do a QR code and have it on my social media, how does someone access it if they're on their phone or on their computer? Or is it only if you can like hold it and take a picture of it?
If I'm on social media, I'm not going to drop a QR code on social media. Just put the link at that point. I mean, if I'm on social media, I'm just putting a bit.ly link. I'm not going to put the QR code. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense because then I'm asking someone to be on social media on their phone and get another device to scan it. That doesn't make sense. I just put the link at that point. The QR code strategy in my mind, guys, is for when I'm dropping off materials or I'm leaving my content somewhere. So if you come up in North Fort Worth, before COVID, what you would see was you'll see my content at barbershops, nail salons, car washes, mechanic shops. I've gone and made relationships with these vendors, donut shops, because these are places that I go automatically and say, hey, can I leave some stuff here? They say, oh yeah, Sasha. Places where people wait. When people sit around waiting, what do? Sometimes they read the material sitting right there. Even on my, I got the Reminder Media magazines. There's a QR code that I have that I put out there that goes to my past clients, and I deliver a message say, hey guys, just checking in with you. Thank you for checking out the magazine real quick. Just want to let you know a couple of things that we have going on here at CRG, yada, yada, yada. We appreciate your business. And if you have any friends or family looking to buy or sell a house, send them my way. I'll take care of them the exact same way I took care of you. All right, take care. And guess what? My clients call me. The QR code strategy in my mind is to make people call me and reach out to me. But if they see me again and again and again, there you go. So when we go back and talk about canvassing a neighborhood, right? Think about it. I'm door knocking that neighborhood, number one. I am putting ads up in that neighborhood, just awareness ads. I'm putting out ads about new listings in that neighborhood. I'm doing open houses in that neighborhood. Pretty soon, who do they think owns the neighborhood in real estate? They think I do. Right? The consumer doesn't know that I haven't sold a freaking house in their neighborhood. They have no idea. I tell them what I've done. And if I say I've sold 15 houses, sometimes they just flat out believe it. I mean, don't lie. Let me say that differently. Don't lie. Don't lie. But what I'm saying is, if you're putting the content out there, educating them, and you're constantly hitting them up, they will follow back up. You got a question, Brittany?
No, sorry, I should be muted. I'm following you.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, we're getting to the end of our training here. I want to leave some time open for some questions. Man, talked a lot. An hour is not enough for me sometimes. So what questions do you guys have about this particular strategy? Do you see how, if you've taken what Nick and Chauncey went over about figuring out your ideal client, number one, you figure that out. Two, how and what you want to do. Can you take this particular strategy to operationalize it to go deep in your business? That's what I'm trying to see. If we've been able to help you, or what questions do you have?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
And I may have missed it, Cover. If so, sorry. I have a work meeting at the same time as this meeting. So I've identified my ideal client. And I've come up with a plan. I want to send postcards to the luxury apartment complexes in my neighborhood. Does in the area that I'm targeted, and I want to tell them, like, for what you're paying for your rent, this is how much house you can afford. My question is, does anyone have like a direct mailing service that they're using to do those postcards?
I mean, I said it before, I'm a big fan of everyday direct mail.
Everyday direct mail?
Now, because what it's going to do is put a gigantic postcard, like the one I showed you guys a second ago, into an entire mail route.
It was probably before I got here.
Can I see? But I'm going to put a video together about EDDM. I'll put it on my YouTube channel later.
Okay.
But here's my deal. That mail route is going to cost you somewhere around $120 to $130, depending on how many it is. From a postage standpoint, you then just have to go get it printed out. Okay. So think about that. That is actually going to be pretty darn good to help you get your message out there to a number of people, right? So everyday direct mail, in my opinion, guys, is the absolute truth from that perspective. Now, do you want to go send out to 700 homes? Maybe not. Get on Remind, look up in the area that you're talking about, and then do an analysis real quick to find out who is potentially going to sell their home within the next year. They may give you 50 people, and that significantly reduces the cost down, okay? And you can go after those people. Now, don't forget, guys, we get a discount for printing with Office Depot, is it? Yeah, we get a discount as EXP agents by going through Office Depot, but I would tell you by far for me and my postcards, I designed them myself in Canva, or I have my marketer do that, and then I'll buy them through Vistaprint. When Vistaprint does its 50% off and 60, 70% off deal, I buy up everything because it's the cheapest way of doing it.
Okay.
By far. You get a good design, you buy it, it comes in great quality, nice car stock. That's what I would say do.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else got any other questions that they want to run by me real quick? Or by the group?
I have a question. It's not particularly related to what we've been talking about, but it's kind of, I need help with the objection that I'm having. So I have a client that was actually referred to me by a lender. The lender is asking me to find them a down payment assistance program, but all the ones that I'm coming across are from other lenders that I can send the client to. So
hold up. Amisha, the lender's asking you to find a DPA program?
Yes. So kind of like wanting to send the client to.
Listen, you're asking a question that you already know.
Yeah.
You asking a question that you already know. If your lender's asking you to do their job, that's no bueno. We're agents. We need to stay in our lanes, in my opinion.
It's a lender that kind of found me on LinkedIn because they work in like Miami area. So I'm kind of like not wanting to cut them out of the deal because they referred me the client, but at the same time, it's like my client.
You need to cut it.
Okay.
No. Amina, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Time out. So the lender referred you the client and the client is asking for down payment assistance?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. Did you talk to the lender and see if they're able to buy with what they currently have? Like, do they have any money or are they not a lead? Because sometimes a lender cannot convert them. Like they don't have the 3.5% down payment and that lender doesn't have down payment assistance or whatever. So do you know about their financial situation?
The client has $5,000 to put down. The lender doesn't have a down payment assistance program that they can qualify the client for.
Right. So that's not enough. That's not enough typically, unless depending on the purchase price, unless you get the closing costs, covered by the seller, that's not typically enough. So lenders should know. The problem is, and this is the reason why I'm speaking up, is because the number one thing that I did to sell more houses in my second year versus my first year was take more ownership over the lending process. And in terms of I'm not necessarily saying you have to qualify the clients like I do, but I am saying that once you recognize hey, I got this lead, you don't want to just blindly send the same kind of client, the client that doesn't have any money, you don't send them to the lender that doesn't have the programs. Now, obviously, since this lender is the one that gave you the lead, if they cannot convert it, that's where the lender's effed up, because we're going to send the lender no matter what, any people, even if they can't convert them, and that deal just goes to die. What you need to know is realize that he's not going to tell you, hey, go over to ABC Bank and get that down payment assistance. But once you realize that he can't convert them, sorry, this client is now my client. They want to work with me. I know of this program. Here's another option for you. So that's kind of where you take some of the ownership. If a lender gives you a lead, yeah, they do take first priority. But remember that you're also going to get so many other leads that come up that a lender didn't give you. And if you have loyalty to only one lender or two lenders and you don't know what happens, what are you supposed to do when they can't convert them? You won't close as many deals. So I started looking around for the state programs and for niche products with different with different banks. And now I was able to say, hey, I'm going to take the client down this path because they're likely going to be able to go to this program that doesn't have a down payment. We can use that $5,000 towards their closing costs. Boom, they get a house. So take a little bit more ownership in terms of building your repertoire and your kind of list of lenders with different options. And when you realize it's not working out with one, okay, it's time to go to the next.
Well, that's the thing, the lenders that I'm actually partnered with, I know it was just a question of, I guess, ethics or not wanting to, like cut that lender out because they're the one who gave me the lead. But I
What
guess
is the lender saying? Is the lender like, what's the lender saying? Because if he can't close the deal, like I would be like, hey, so can they get approved for anything with this, or did they don't have the liquid? So I mean, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I know this other program, I'm gonna take them that way. Like if you want to be transparent about it, you can let them know. But they're not helping you convert it. It sounds like, you know, like they've already given up on it. So that's what I have to say about it.
Yeah, here's the deal. At the end of the day, guys, we have our fiduciary duty. Our duty is to the client, not the lender. Now, we're professionals, so you don't want to break relationships, and I get that. And I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. But if the lender cannot provide a solution for their client to move forward and somebody else has, your job is to get them into a home. I do not let my clients lose out on their opportunity to buy a home because the lender I want them to work with can't make that happen. It just can't. And so my lenders know that about me straight up. This is no different of a scenario than a lender sending you a lead and that person says, I want a new construction home and I'm going to go with the new construction lender because they're giving me $10,000. Give your lender the opportunity to compete, but you're not helping yourself, nor your client, nor the lender by keeping them in a situation that's not going to move forward anyway. You know, Mina's 100% right. Your job, I'm very serious about this. We are like project managers of helping someone attain a home. That's how I look at my job as a realtor. I'm not doing everybody else's job, but I do take full command of the process. And if the title company can't get it done, it's my job to move to a different title company. Lender, if I got a trash inspector that's really not protecting my client and telling them what's what, I need to help them figure that out. So take a little bit of ownership from that perspective and move your client accordingly.
As a new agent, how do you meet with your lending people? Do you pick and choose, you know, so you know the programs?
Yeah, I mean, literally, I would just get up the same way you would go find anybody. Go look online. If you don't have someone who can recommend, you should have agents around you that can recommend good lenders. Number one, that's the best way of doing it. Number two, if you just find someone online, have a series of questions you want to ask. Number one, ask them their qualifications. What is your qualifications on an FHA loan, on a VA loan, stuff like that. Ask them also, what is your down payment assistance numbers? Is your company doing down payment assistance? If they come back and say, oh, well, we don't do a lot of down payment assistance, or we don't talk about down payment assistance, then they're not going to be able to help a lot of first-time home buyers. That may not be the right and good fit for you and your business, okay? I also asked them about how do you educate our clients? I always take command. How do you educate our clients together to make sure that they know what to do, and then how will you follow up? If a lender can't answer these questions, it's not a good person. It's simply not a good person. So, but keep in mind, you're interviewing them, they're interviewing you, okay?
Thank you.
I got time for one last question because I know we're over our time here. And I also put the information to my printer down there in here for you guys. James Francis Callio Concepts. Dude does an excellent job. They take care of it. Matter of fact, what I did was I legitimately just gave them the concept. They took it, printed, and mailed it out for me. I hit up 4 neighborhoods, upwards of 4,000 homes, right? And like I said, it cost me a little bit over $1,000. I split that cost with my title company. So, one last question.
Hey, Sascha, you said you were recording this. Will you be able to put it in the Money Badgers group?
Yeah, because I'm meeting with Chauncey tomorrow anyway, guys. So I'll get it from Chauncey. We could put it on the Money Badgers. I probably put it on my YouTube channel as well, and kind of go from there. So yes, we'll get this out to everybody. And if you have potential agents who are on here or potential agents who are thinking about it, share this with them. This type of training, these things that we're doing, share these with our potential prospects who want to join and get into the business. It's a great way for it as a closing feature because there is many networks out there. They're not training like we try to train you guys and how we're trying to help each other. I learn a lot from you guys just sometimes by teaching, but also by listening and the phone calls and texts that you guys give me. And I definitely appreciate it. So, all right. I know y'all need to go make some calls. I need y'all to go hit 25 a day. 25 contacts a day. If you got to call 50 people to get your 25 a day, I want to know that you're doing that. Okay. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna put a contest out there. Okay. I'm gonna put a contest out there. The first person that hits 25 contacts a day, we got to keep our ethics, right? That can hit 25 contacts a day in a row. Okay. 7 days straight, $250 out of my pocket. Nick, you set up on that one, huh?
You might as well hand the money over now. Y'all don't even have to do it. Don't even have to do it.
Meaning you can't participate. Meaning you can't participate.
I mean, is it cheating if I already have Red X and make calls every day?
I don't care how you're doing. I don't care.
Okay.
No. Let me be clear. Contacts, meaningful real estate conversations. I count contacts as phone calls. I also count contacts as text messages. Oh, real quick. I didn't send this to you guys. I'm sorry. Here. I'm tripping.
You looking at a tracker or something?
No. We ain't going that far. I mean, like the tracker. Nah, I mean, you trying to make the people go away.
No, I have a piece of paper to track the calls and stuff like that.
Real quick. Here. Right here. Simple text strategy. I meant to get to this, and I got a little sidebar with questions. Write these down. Take a picture, whatever. Okay. These are 3 simple texts. 3 simple texts. Don't put anything else. No pictures. Nothing else that I send out. Ever so often, I change them up just to get people to come back and engage in my database. Send it to every buyer or seller in your database. Are you still looking to buy a home this year? I know it's a yes/no question. And they will come back. You don't put, all you do is sign your name at the end. Sascha Chatman, 817, yada, yada, yada. Your local realtor, 817, that's it. Watch how people will respond back in your database. Even if they say yes or no, it gives you an opportunity to engage. Whether you're doing an email or texting, but that's it. Don't get no video, no pictures, nothing else. Because I want you guys to understand when it comes down to emailing, sometimes servers don't like you to be all pretty and look like you're marketing with bomb and this and that all the time. You need a simple, regular text. If you ever signed up for a course, you'll notice how these courses that you take, they just got regular text. They're not sending you a whole bunch of pictures. It's just text because it gets through the spam box a lot easier from Yahoo and Gmail. These are 3. That's it.
Sascha, what is the second question? Is that a typo or what does that mean? Is it, do you want to buy a home in 2021?
Yeah, I put buyer. Yeah, you know what I mean. Not bad.
Okay, I was just making sure. I didn't know if it was like a play on words or something.
Yeah. Or, do you want to buy a home in 2021? These are the folks that in my database, I know want to buy a home, but have no unearthly idea how to do it. They may have credit issues or something, but it's something that lets them know I'm thinking about them. I re-engage the conversation, and then I move them accordingly. Okay? Then we move them accordingly.
Hey, so I'm sorry. Can you read those questions out so I can type them down? Because I'm actually about to get ready to see a client, and I'm not on Zoom.
All right. Number 1, are you still looking to buy a home this year? Okay. Number 2, do you want to buy a home in 2021? All right. Number 3, rates are crazy low. Have you thought about buying a home in 2021? It's a very simple strategy that someone taught me a while back, and I can't believe how much it works, but it works. All right.
So
I'm
sorry. I have one question in regards to the photographs. When you say no photographs, let's just say hypothetically, I'm sending out an email for with that on it. Would I not put my email signature, which contains my picture? Would that
that's not going to hurt. When I say no photographs, I mean don't try to add this into a newsletter.
Okay.
Don't try to add this in with a whole lot of other things encompassing the entire message. Just this is meant to be just a simple 1-line email. That's it.
Thank you.
Yep. I mean, you can obviously have your signature in there. That's fine.
Thanks.
But like if you guys see my bomb emails, I have a lot that's probably covered in there sometimes. Sometimes less is more. All right, guys. Well, I hope this training was helpful for you all. Real quick, let me give my number for those who don't have it.
Thanks, Sasha.
I think you all do have my number, but if you don't have it, you got it now.
Thanks, man.
So make sure you guys have that. And I think that's it. Also, the chat box, you guys will see I am going to be launching the real estate techniques. I already said that once or twice. Go check that out. And if you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. And as soon as you hit 25 contacts a day, let's post that with, hey, I got my 25 a day in the Money Badger Network. All right. Peace, guys. Phone is ringing. I got Lee's calling me. I got to go do my thing.
Thank you.
All right. See y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sasha.
Yep. Sascha Chatman.
Thank you.